All right, welcome to the second game of the evening. Up this time is Wartorn. Harness the elements in fierce real-time battles while gathering and upgrading a crew of fantasy creatures in this roguelite adventure across a world torn apart by war. Um, can I buy a thesaurus for the writer of this?
Maybe.
Anyway, so this game was assigned to Petty for review. So over to him for the details.
So, like was mentioned, this is a real-time roguelike, which has um real-time strategy combat, but if you die, you end up needing to start your run over. I am not a fan of this because it definitely to me, it hinders the strategy aspect. Because sometimes you don't always start off with the same, they call them refugees, your side characters you get throughout the run. So, and then there is some other aspects, like your wagon can take damage, and like a roguelike, things will happen while you're moving between combat encounters. So like sometimes you will end up getting into a combat encounter like I just did here, and the combat is your run of the mill RTS. You will select your units, move them around, and complete whatever map objective there is. Some of them are defend point, some of them are extermination. Um, Sometimes your units have special abilities. And sometimes um yeah, like I just lost a squad, so that squad is lost permanently. And it's very much one of those. I should probably send him to go deal with them. Um, no. Sometimes it's not very responsive when you try to select a different target. Um, and of course, those are coming in. Your main unit is actually two hero class units, and one of them can be knocked out. Luckily, I do not believe the main unit itself doesn't die unless both of them die. As far as I don't think there is. Yeah, there. I don't think there's a way to heal, unfortunately, outside of an encounter. And I think I might lose this. I don't know where that rock came from. That's weird. Is there a troll off? There might be a troll off in the distance. Um, but yeah, that's not good. Oh, there's. All right. But yeah, the game. I'm definitely. Yeah, I just lost that one. I definitely feel like this game could have been better served. I guess the interesting thing with this game is there's a mechanic where you can hit space bar to freeze time, which is supposed to add a little bit more of a strategic element. And yeah, here's the like cosmic otherworldly stranger. And then it's kind of like does the roguelike elements. Um but yeah, and then this just starts your run over. Um and yeah, like the story is I want to say Celtic almost, like very European. There's like you need to defend your homeland from invaders. Like they don't really say who these invading like tribe people are. You are an elf, I want to say, or at least something similar to elves. Um, and then yeah, there are various upgrades you can get for the like meta progression from currency they call strand. You get those through various activities throughout the overworld. I'm trying to think what they want me to do here. Okay, so all right, they're automatically selected. And yeah, every run starts with you fleeing out of the catacombs because the invaders are on their way. And yeah, they're talking about the rainmakers we met on the way out, and then like there was an early on event where I met that troll guy and was able to befriend him. And then this time I recruited some other bolt mages. I don't know what happens when you run out of food. Because there's food, there's caravan experience or caravan health. Um, like yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Um, oh, and I guess something to keep in mind before a battle starts, make sure you have your units readied, because you can just accidentally go into battle with just your hero unit, and oof. Uh, and then yeah, you kind of go back into the thick of it. This time I think I got the same group back, which is at least that kind of helps. And as you can see, my objective is defeat all enemies and escape. And this being an Unreal Engine title, it will do fun thing like you can charge through the environment. So like it's kind of fun when it does interesting physics things, but at the same time there's just a lot going on. And I don't think it actually does anything like meaningful in game. I think it's just for like cosmetic effect. Music's fine. Definitely a lot of, Lord of the Rings movie-esque stuff. The wind and string instruments and whatnot. I believe most of these scenes right here where it's like character portraits, these are voiced. And I think most of the stuff involving our heroines are also voiced. Um and yeah, all in all, like the game is fine. I just wish it was just a full-on RTS and not the roguelike stuff just wasn't there. What are we looking at money wise, Adam?
Oof. This is an eye-watering $34.99.
Me personally, definitely a no. If you're somewhat interested in this hybrid, maybe there is at least quality here. I haven't had a game crash or anything like that. The voice acting is at least decent. It has some okay visual spectacle going on. Let me see. Is there a demo? It does not look to have a demo. So I guess there is that. Um, it looks like it was just on a pretty decent sale during the last winter sale. So I guess keep an eye if the concept of a RTS roguelike is interesting, I guess wishlist it and keep an eye on sales. Obviously, if you're like me and just the concept doesn't really appeal to you, I haven't got far enough. Like, I wasn't able to get myself far enough into it to really want to continue it. Just the concept is the something I'm just not a fan of. But I could definitely see this being up somebody's alley. It's just not up my alley, if that makes sense. But yeah, do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Not really.
I don't think so.
All right then. I think that's it for me.
Okay, then. Right, so that'll about do it for this game. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax reviews TR49.